what you make it. I feel like a man's I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on drip I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places, I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this that I'm laying, and it's only the foundation. I've been going crazy, just trying to find a way. I was in the basement, trying to turn the page. I was going through the phase, nobody see my face. I was chasing at the paper, been all it for the waves. With everything again, ain't nothing left to lose. I've been breaking rules, I've been making moves. Life is what you make it. I feel like a man's I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on drip I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places, I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this that I'm laying, it's only the foundation. I've been going crazy, just trying to find a way. I was in the basement, trying to turn the page. I was going through the phase, nobody see my face. I was chasing at the paper, been all it for the waves. With everything again, ain't nothing left to lose. I've been breaking rules, I've been making moves. With everything to prove, now it's going how I see it through my lens, but it's stuck in my head. I can't seem to get away from it. I went out of my way, I'm trying to feel the eye again. I've lost somewhere in my head, I've been out here all on my own, holding tight to the pledge. I'm somewhere near the edge of wishing we never met. I'm scared of being without you, afraid no one ever know me. I'm out near the edge, and I can't get inside of my head yet. Looking like who I'm becoming, it's all I ever wanted. Never like me when you're sober, only like you when I'm lonely. Got me looking in the mirror for the self-diagnosis. Feel like they villainize me if they ever get to know me. They tell me that you need me, the action didn't show it. Knowing that you play the angles, and I'm seeing through your motives. The weight on my shoulder, found a way to hold it. I can't keep my focus, barely keep composure. Hard when I've been coping with all the pressure that I fed. Make it hard to hold my head, make it hard to get to sleep. Like I'm slipping from the edge, struggling to get a breath. Right the wrongs with the lead, life is not a guarantee. Just dying by the clip, self-prescribed a dealing mess. Not a way to flee the scene, I've been trying to get a grip onto something out of reach. Life is speeding to a peak, it's how I realize that I'm not the man I wanna be. I've been running for myself, we all afraid to die alone. Scared that's all I ever be. I've been scrolling down a feed, afraid we'll never get to see the type of liberation that we really need to set us all free. I went out of my way, I'm trying to feel the eye again. I'm lost somewhere in my head, and out here all on my own. I'm holding tight to the pledge. I'm somewhere near the edge of wishing we never met. I'm scared of being without you, afraid no one ever know me.
It's over 9.
I'm out near the edge, and I can't get inside of my head yet.
Run like I don't got nothing to stay. Yeah.
It's all over the way. All the little pieces scattered around, and you can put them in place, or you could be free.
Can't I just die here on the beach with my fingers in the sand and the water at my feet? Can I just get some release? Yeah, everybody falls off the tippy of they tall talk. Don't come and talk to me. I ain't trying to see fear reflections in my rear view. Deflectors in my purview, coming after me. Got some issues with my worldview, I iron out the kinks. I ain't trying to be king, crowns ain't the way to bring love. Soft touch, hard hands lead to backwards endeavors. These mans really think they worth can be summed up in a measure. Singing, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. I get it, you gotta hold your up to a measure. Did that, been there, done now. Out and on the run now, but you just can't get away. Driving in the dead night, cutting highway signs by headlight. Cranking up the Mac to Marco and treating it like medicine. On the coast out in Gualala, running from my problems. Staring at the water like an answer, living on it. I ain't living honest, honestly the way I've been acting up. Problem to clean up my act ASAP, but the water looking rocky. That last one cheesy, but you cheesing while I'm talking. As long as you be smiling, I'll be fine with all my awkward, yeah. You if you isn't, I got this view here by the ocean. You just got your petty.
It's all over the waves. All the little pieces scattered around, and you can put them in place, or you could be free.
Wrote this in the kitchen of my mom's new house. This is me in best edition, but there's better coming out. I came out when I was 18 and my mom kicked me out. Now I'm sitting in the kitchen in a brand new house. Man, it's funny how it all pan out. Almost like the man upstairs got it all planned out. And I don't know if I believe that, but I know right now this is my moment, I'ma seize it, it won't all fall down. Letting go of the dark days I spend in my sneakers. Yeah, you can take them, try them all if you want. Been a hard thing to find something that I can believe in, but with that water looking back, I think I got it. Life is not a problem what you make a life so solving. If you don't open doors, they bound to keep revolving, so bust through. Holla everything they say, trust you. That's the way you make it to the places you want to. If I died right now, I'd be at peace. Fingers digging in the sand, water sitting at my feet. If I'ma end here at the beach, think that'd be fine with me. Drive the coastline till there's no more sea to see. Pedal heavy on the gas, drive away until I pass my past and all of that left behind the glass. And whether it be full or empty, that's a choice. I'll put my ear out to the ocean like the answer in his voice.
It's all over the waves. All the little pieces scattered around. You can put them in place, and you could be free.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
tell 'em run it up.
9
out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
Wreck.
but first I
Stretch.
tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this
Wet.
Time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it up.
Oh boy, welcome ladies and gentlemen to another edition of the show, man. What's going down, guys? What's going down? We back in the building. Hope all is well with you guys. This is the last Friday of the month, man. So we're gonna end off this day with a bang today. Today's the last Friday, which means Hype Fridays, right? And there's nothing to be hype about today, according to the PlayStation fan base at large. We're going to talk about the reception that Sony is getting right now from that state of play yesterday. And this is why I've said yesterday, you know, for everyone to lower their expectations going into this state of play, because I knew right off the rip that everything that is going to be shown, even when we got the leaks and everything like that leading up to the state of play being shown off, I was like, man, this leak actually looks legit. Like, it don't look unrealistic or anything like that, because typically when it's fake, it's typically a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, is too good to be true, right? And I was like, okay. And some of the stuff Jeff Grubb had already talked about already. But my God, wow. When I say after that state of play was done yesterday, I mean, people out on X was just really furious. Not even just on X, on YouTube. I mean, people making videos talking about how bad, you know, the state of play was. And people have to understand that at this point in time, Sony have already said no major franchises, which I saw Christopher Dring from Video Game Chronicles put out a tweet about that. And they have already said that there's no major franchises until 2025, April of 2025, right? Which means, what are we left with, right? New IPs, some smaller games, and that's it, right? And maybe a couple indie games. And a lot of people was upset yesterday because they felt like the state of play was very bad in terms of the games that were shown, the trailers that were shown. A lot of the stuff that was shown didn't have a release date, even though they said that they were going to be showing things off that is coming out in 2024. And in hindsight, we got more than a few titles for 2025. And so a lot of people are just like, okay, nah, this ain't it, right? And then Concord, oh my God. Yeah, Concord is just not well received right now. And I'm very nervous for Firewalk, because a lot of people are like, well, studios got shut down and they felt like Firewalk should have been let go, right? And I saw some controversy around Firewalk before, you know, during the workforce and everything like that situation. But man, it's not looking too good right now. And I feel like all the things that I've been saying all this time about, you know, Killzone and Resistance and all these games just falls on deaf ears, right? I mean, people been asking for those games for a reason for the longest time. And not only that, but brand new IPs, right? But we're gonna dig into all of this, man. We're gonna dig into all of this today. Shout outs to Hanson, again, crushing it with the gifted sub. And I think Skillful said, that he was having some issues gifting memberships. I don't know why that's the case, man. I don't know. Maybe in your country they don't offer it. If you're not in the US and you're somewhere else, sometimes that could be the case. Or I've always said, if you want to do gifted subs, make sure you do it on a computer, or pull it up on a browser, like maybe go to a browser like Google Chrome or something like that, and do it. Or you can go in the description and there's a link right there if you want to do some gifted subs and what have you. But there's that, right? So thank you guys so much for being here. Nola, all of you guys, appreciate y'all. All the elite members, great to see you guys today, man. Hope all is well with everyone. Jamal Lee with the 5 says, Marlon, when it hits Sony, you can factions and Spider-Man multiplayer and kept Concord is crazy. Bungie.
Marlon, when it hits you, Sony canned factions and Spider-Man multiplayer and kept Concord as crazy. Bungie killed the competitions where so common Killzone.
Yeah. We got to talk about that, man. We got to talk about that. Thank you, Jamal, for getting yourself up on the board, by the way, with the $5. Listen, man. Sony got a lot of work to do. This is the ugly truth. They have a lot of work to do. What did I say? Okay, and I told you guys before the stream started that this stream is going to be a little spicy. What did I say yesterday? Right? What did I say yesterday? That if Sony really, really want this generation to go smooth, they have to start listening to the audience. Listening to the fans, put out more surveys. Like, nobody asked for Concord, right? Nobody asked for that. That's a brand new IP. And I saw somebody in the chat. I don't know if I forgot his name. I think it was Sit Up or whatever his name was. He said that there's no originality, right? No originality at all. And I think that's the biggest problem, is that every game is trying to be like another game that we have already played. That is a problem. That is a problem, right? Because while Concord looks like a decent game, it's not a phenomenal game from what I've seen. The gunplay looks good from what I see, but it's a game that we have already played before. It's similar to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's similar to Overwatch. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing new under the sun. And hero shooters is not a everybody type of thing. Okay? It's not a everybody type of thing. Not everybody likes hero shooters. Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy was well received because, hey, it was actually good and it was Marvel characters, right? So there is that. Nobody wants to replay that again. Nobody wants to replay that again. So it's kind of like, okay, here comes Sony with Firewalk. And I see a lot of people, oh, they shut down Sony Japan and they shut down Sony London and all these other studios. And you keep Firewalk and then you green-lighted Firewalk. And people are like, man, I'm worried about the future of PlayStation. Herman got in around the time when they green-lighted Firewalk. And y'all gonna look at that game and say, yeah, this is it right here. Considering how Helldivers 2 was a massive success. And if you look at Helldivers 2, what made Helldivers 2 special?
The backlash Sony is getting for no Astro VR 2 support in the blog comments. It's a gut punch. Astro on VR 1 is respected. VR fans are crushed. This would have gave it the boost it needs. This tells me no more first-party support. Yeah, I looked at, you know what, Mark? Thank you so much for the $20. Mark coming through. Mark, you're the top stream donator for today. Listen, I looked at the VR games that Sony put out yesterday, and I was like, maybe one game that kind of looked decent. That is, I don't know, man. I don't know. VR is just, Sony don't need to do no more VR after this. I'm just going to be real with y'all. Like, I sold mines because I was just like, man, it's just sitting there gathering dust. And this was like from like a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. I got rid of mines. I was just like, there's no point. There's literally no point. Nothing intrigues me with PSVR. And it's just like the games that they're showing just ain't for me. I'm just going to keep it a buck. And it's sad, man. It's very, very sad. And this is the problem that I've been saying for years with Sony is that they don't listen to their fan bases. They don't communicate enough. And it's like they're just doing whatever they want to do. And as you guys can see on the title, 12,000 dislikes. 12,000 dislikes. That is a massive problem. This game is Concord is about to go in beta in July. In July. This is not gonna, man, if this game does 1 million copies, then something is good. Something is really good. This ain't looking too good. This is not looking too good. Look at the amount of dislikes this game is actually getting right now. The only game that I see people are talking about from this entire state of play was Astrobot. That is a problem. Shout outs to Christopher Dring. He said that it did 56 million. 56 million. The first one. 56 million. Wow, that is insane. All people really were intrigued by was Astrobot. Astrobot. That is a problem. It's almost as if like Astrobot should have been its own thing. What a freaking shame. That's all I see people talking about online right now. Astrobot. Out of all the games that were shown, Astrobot. That is a problem. Sony, I don't know what you're doing, man, but this is not looking too good right now. This is not from the mass. Like I said, I lowered my expectations for this state of play. And because of those reasons, I say, you know what? It was a decent state of play. It was a solid state of play for me. You know what I mean? For the majority of PlayStation fans, it was very bad. That's what almost 99.9%. It was very bad, Marlon. It was solid. It was very bad. What are you talking about solid? There was nothing solid about that state of play. And this is why I say to you guys that state of plays are a hit or a miss. They're a hit or a miss. You see what I'm saying? State of plays is not something that you hype up because they're always mid or low tier. Or the one that we had in January was actually really good and was well received by fans. You see what I'm saying? This was a decent to solid state of play to me because I lowered my expectations. And there's 3 ways to look at this. 1, Sony ain't got no games. 2, they ain't ready to show them yet, and they're still, a year or 2 from being shown. And 3, expect the worst. I don't understand. This is why I told you guys from the very beginning, it's like all these games that are coming out is a shadow of the past. If you look at Concord, it's a shadow of the past. Nobody wants that. The reason why Helldivers 2 was well received was because of the 4v4 action and the fact that it was a bug shooter. You see what I'm saying? It was a bug shooter and it was 4v4. And some people in the PlayStation fan base did not like it. The only reason why I felt like Helldivers 2 survived the apocalypse and survived the wrath of PlayStation fans was because of the PC boys. And even on top of that, Sony still received backlash on top of that because of the PSN integration. Wait, and it just came out yesterday that God of War Ragnarok is going to have PSN integration as well on PC. Told you guys, Sony is not your friend. Sony is not your friend at all. I told you guys that. Sony is not your friend. Never have, never will. They're friends with your pockets. They're friends with your pockets. That's all they want. I don't know what is it gonna take Sony to wake up. I don't know what is it gonna take. They're taking risks with all these games, these live service games that nobody is asking for. And this is Jim Ryan's fault because he's the one that greenlit all this mess.
You see what I'm saying? All this live service games that nobody has asked for. The problem is not just live service. I feel like if the game is actually really, really good, people wouldn't really care. You see what I'm saying? Like people wouldn't really trip as much if it's a really good live service game. But if it's a bad live service game, then people are just like, okay, what the heck is going on? Not when you're sitting on gold mines, Sony. You're sitting on gold mines. You got Killzone. You got Resistance. You got all these other franchises that you can dip in the bag and come up with. All these SOCOM, all these multiplayer games that you can come up with. And you can revitalize. You're taking risks with all these new IPs. You're taking risks with remakes and remaster that nobody is asking for. Look at Until Dawn remake. Remaster. Until Dawn looks the same. It literally looks the same from what I saw yesterday in the trailer. Nobody was asking for that. Nobody was asking for that.
Again, what was Sony's response to Hellblade 2?
I don't know, man. I just, all I can do is put my head down on this one, bro. I don't know. Sony is in, I don't know. And then obviously from what I heard too, is that they have some more games to show off at Summer Game Fest. They have some more. We're getting a report that just came in saying that more Summer Game Fest games are going to be showing off. I mean, more PlayStation Studio games are going to be showing off at Summer Game Fest. I don't know, man. I think Phantom Blade Zero is going to be there, right? Because that was another game that was not, physically there at the State of Play. And so we're getting a report now saying that more PlayStation Studio games are going to be at Summer Game Fest. This is not looking too good, man. Let's go into the reports, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button. I'm so sick of this, man. This is not good, man. Sony gotta have to go back to the drawing board with these multiplayer games. Sony is struggling right now when it comes to putting out a solid multiplayer game. The only solid multiplayer game that Sony has put out in the past decade that is solid is Helldivers. And I think Arrowhead at this point wants to remain independent, right? They want to keep their independence because I feel like if they wanted to be bought, Sony, that's a no-brainer. They did over 12 million copies sold. Sony should buy them. You know what I mean? Sony should buy them. Period. End of story. So I don't know. That secret studio that they're forming with the guy from Deviation Games, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're paying attention right now. This is not good. This is not, and this was my fear. Oh man.
Marlon, be honest, is your score still a solid 8.5 tears of joy open mouth smile?
Man. After sleeping on this whole thing and rewatching a couple things, I don't know. I can't say that I'm happy. And I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Concord, when I first saw the trailer for Concord, I was like, saw the CGI. I'm like, oh, are we going to get gameplay? When I saw it, I was like, okay, the gunplay looks decent. And then all I had in my head was Overwatch. I was like, man, this is Overwatch with a fresh coat of, not even a fresh coat of paint, with the same coat of paint. This is Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. I think my score actually went down after that. After I slept on it and I rewatched the trailer and let it marinate, yeah, my score actually went down. Because I'm like, I'm replaying, I'm going to be playing this game and all I can think about is Overwatch. I don't want to think about Overwatch when I'm playing Concord. I actually thought that Concord was going to be something completely different. I don't know, man. I'm at a 7.5 at this point.
with this state of play. I'm at a 7.5 now. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with Concord. After, like I said, re-looking at the trailer again and letting it marinate, and I'm just like, man, this is Overwatch all over again. This is Overwatch all over again. What are you doing, Sony? What are you doing? This is not good, man. This is not. I don't know. How can Sony execs look at this and be like, yeah, let's put this together. Yeah, let's put this out. Are you even paying attention? All right. The Real Redact out on Twitter actually screen capped this, and I was shocked when I saw this. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. This is not good, guys. This is not good. Look at this. Look on your screen right now. I need you guys to pay attention to the screen right now. Let me move myself over here. Are you guys seeing this right now? Look at this. Look at this. 12,000 dislike. 12,000 dislike. 12,000 dislike. Are y'all seeing this? Oh my God. Make sure y'all go follow the Real Redact out on Twitter, man. He said 12 hours later, the like to dislike ratio difference between Concord and Astrobot on PlayStation's YouTube channel. Concord, 2.7k likes to 12k dislikes. Wow. 150k views. Astrobot, 23,000 likes to 245 dislikes. Oh my God, have mercy. Wow, 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 wow. Look at those dislikes. 12,000, and it's probably more now. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. How can, I hope this sends a message to Sony. I hope that this sends a message to Sony. 12,000 dislikes, bro. Yeah. They're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. I have a bad feeling about Concord, bro. I have a bad feeling. Listen. If Helldivers 2 wasn't really well received with PS5 owners, because apparently more PC players played Helldivers 2. It was more well received on the PC side than on the PS5 side of things, and some PlayStation fans didn't really like Helldivers like that. Well, where does that put Concord? Where does that put? And maybe we need to do our own poll. Where does that put Concord? Guys, we got a massive problem.
I think Sony is going to be needing Xbox's June 9th showcases games to help out Sony, cause Sony is dropping the ball.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. This is very bad. This is very, very, very bad, because they showed off Concord, right? This game has been in development for 5+ years. They showed off Concord, and it's like they're so confident in this game to the point where they're like, yeah, we're going to put out a beta in July, and then we're going to release the game in August. And how can you charge $70 for that? Sony, did you remember what happened with Destruction All-Stars? I don't think Sony even remembered what happened with Destruction All-Stars. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have my head down on this one, man. I don't even think I have the energy today to rage. I don't know. I just don't know, man. It's like how, and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, this game could be good. It could be. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could be a good game. We just don't know. But at the same time, with the way how PlayStation fans are reacting to this right now, it is not good. It is not good. I don't know what Sony is going to do right now. I really don't know, because if this is the future of PlayStation when it comes to multiplayer games, we got a problem. We got a massive problem. And I don't understand, why is it okay for them to do remakes and remasters of games that we don't have? Why not? It's not going to cost that much money. Why don't you remake Killzone? Why don't you remake Resistance? Games that actually worked in the past, except for Killzone Shadowfall, right? Like, I don't understand. Like, go into the bag of those games. People have been asking for those games for years. For years. For years. Nobody, majority of people don't like hero shooters. You see what I'm saying? Why don't you go back into the back or try to find a way to replicate something else, something brand new, something that we have never seen? There's nothing new under the sun. Why is it so hard? And it's like they're sitting on these games. They're sitting there. It's like a gold mine. They're sitting on these gold mines of games, and they're not revitalizing these games. Instead, who wants to replay Overwatch? Overwatch, what? From 2015? When did Overwatch came out? 2016, 2015. Who wants to replay Overwatch? And then Overwatch 2, a lot of people didn't like Overwatch 2. Who wants another Overwatch type of game? Bro, when I looked at Concord, I was like, oh man, Overwatch. That's a freaking shame. Bro, we lack creativity, bro. We lack creativity in gaming, bro. Sony, we are lacking creativity in the industry right now. Nobody wants another Overwatch experience. People want something brand new, something fresh, something that they have never experienced before. And it's sad. It is sad. It is sad that they're okay with this. Sony is okay with this. Firewalk is okay. They're going to release this game. Let me ask y'all this, and I need y'all to be honest. I need y'all to be 100. What's up, Ray? I need y'all to be honest. I need y'all to be upfront. I'm going to do a poll right now. Will you pay $70? $70 for Concord. Be honest with me. I need everybody in the stream right now to be honest. I don't know, man. A lot of people are saying that they don't know about Herman. They don't think Herman got what it takes. I think people are being a little bit too harsh on Herman right now. The man haven't even gotten the role fully yet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, Jesus. I don't know, guys. This is not good. This is not looking too good. This is not looking too good. This is not looking too good. Please vote on this poll, guys. I need everybody in the stream right now. Because, like I said, you never know who is watching the stream. I've always tell you guys that. You never know who is watching the stream. So I need everybody to vote on the poll that I just put up. This is very significant and very important. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten reached out by different execs, different developers, saying that they've seen the show, right? And they have seen the reactions. This is why I say Sony needs to pay attention to social media. Be more hands-on with social media, because what people are saying right now, you need to be paying attention to. If people are saying, we don't like Concord, then you need to scrap it. You need to cancel it. You need to cancel that game. You need to cancel that game because it's just not going to do well. It's going to do more harm than good. Some people are even going as far as to say that it might not even do 1 million copies. That's a problem. All everybody is excited about is Astro Bot. Do you know that Astro came with every single PS5? Every single PS5, and Astro Playroom was more well received, and Astrobot is more well received than Concord. That's a problem. Oh my God, have mercy. Yeah, I think Sony is probably looking at this and being like, yeah, we're going to charge $70 for this. We're going to charge $70 for Concord. Yeah. Just like what they did with Destruction All-Stars. And then they realized that, you know what? Nah, let's not charge $70 for Destruction All-Stars. Matter of fact, let's put it in PS Plus. Let's put it in PS Plus. That game was a disaster. Bro, literally, people played it for just a couple of times and then just stopped playing it because it got boring, right? It got boring. It was fun in the beginning and then it just flatlined right after that. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. 95% of you guys are saying no. 95% of you guys are saying no. That is not good. That is not good. Because I can see them charging $70 for this game. I could see them charging $70. And a lot of you dudes that love multiplayer games and things of that nature, you know, it's just like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. If for you saying this and the only thing that you're happy about is Astrobot, out of all guys, they showed 15 games yesterday. 15 games. 15 games. And out of the 15 games, you guys are talking about Astrobot. That's all I see all over social media is Astrobot. Out of all the games, Astrobot. One game out of 15. That is a problem. One game out of 15. That is a massive problem. Man, I don't know, bro. I just don't know. One game out of 15. That is a massive problem. I don't know what it's going to take for Sony to wake up and realize that PlayStation fans are not happy right now. And then the downside of it all is this. Even if we get... Hold on. I can't even talk right now.
Just jumping in, but did we hear that Blade is pretty much done? Main character is leaving after all the trash going on there.
No, I didn't hear anything about Blade. Man, listen. This is bad. This is bad. I don't know what is it going to take for Sony to wake up, because even if we get a PS5 showcase, I don't think that's going to fix everything. I don't think that's going to fix everything. And, you know, all this talk about Sony just don't have any competition, bro. I don't know. I just don't know if Sony really got what it takes. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think Sony still got it, because the way how, because here's the problem. Even if we get a PS5 showcase, the games that are going to be shown in that PS5 showcase, we're not going to play. We're not going to play anytime soon. You see what I'm saying? We are not going to play those games anytime soon. So, I mean, we're talking about games for 2024. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Let's go back to my list. This is bad. This is really, really bad. So the biggest game for Sony first party wise for 2024 is Concord, right? Because you have God of War, People already beat God of War already. So let's not throw God of War into the mix. Right? You got Dynasty Warriors, that's 2025. Infinity Nikkei, that's 2024 apparently. The Ballad of Anatara, that is 2025. What else? You have Marvel Rivals, don't care for that. Until Dawn. Okay, whatever. I guess some of y'all excited about that. Path of Exile, not my cup of tea. Silent Hill 2, I'm actually going to get. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to get Silent Hill 2. Besides Silent Hill 2 and Concord and Until Dawn and Astrobot, that is it. That is it. That is it. And I would definitely say right now for Sony, the biggest game of this year that is well received by people right now is Astrobot. Cam, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm not in the mood, man. I'm not in the mood. Can we have a stream? Can we have a stream where people can just stop being toxic for once? Like, can we have a stream where, you know what I'm saying, that we don't have toxicness going on? Like, seriously, man. Like seriously, because I'm this close of losing it right now. It is so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. It really is. So, back to my conversation. Astrobot. Right? That's all everybody in the PlayStation side of things is happy about. Astrobot. You're being toxic, bro, because you're telling me to yell. You're telling me to yell and stuff like that. Why do I need to yell any louder than I'm already yelling? How much more louder? Are you deaf? I mean, how much more louder do you need me to be? How much more louder do you need me to be? I'm already I'm already not 100%. Right? I'm already not 100%. And you're telling me to yell even louder. So is it that you can't hear me? Or is it that you just want to come on here and be toxic? Which one? Which one is it? Because this literally has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. All I'm seeing you spamming in the chat is, you know, this and that, and oh, you need to yell even more. Like, why do I need to yell even more? The situation is already bad as it is. There's nothing good out of this situation. PlayStation fans are very upset right now. That state of play was not good, according to the majority of fans. So how much more yelling do you need me to yell? I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to start cussing and acting like a maniac and start throwing stuff? Is that what y'all want? I don't understand. It's like nobody can be happy right now. Nobody can be happy. I'm not about to raise my blood pressure. I'm already not feeling 100%. So I'm not about to lose my voice over this bull crap. I'm not about to. So if you can't hear me, then that's your problem. I don't know what else to tell you. So, man, it's like it is, man. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best right now not to go off. I'm like this close. And you guys know me already. When I lose it, I lose it. And it is just it's not gonna be a good day. It's not gonna be a good day. I'm telling you that right now. So I'm telling you right now, if you can't just chill and watch the stream and have some positive energy, then I don't know what else to tell you. Anyways, like I was saying, so this is a problem because Astrobot, out of those 4 games, Out of those 4 games, Astrobot is the game. So now we're basically down to 1 game, like last year. People already saying that Astrobot is a kiddie game. Oh, y'all hype over a kiddie game? Really? It's like it's a double-edged sword. So now we're down to 1 out of all the games that Sony is putting out. The 4 games that Sony is putting out this year. Only 1 game is well received. Astrobot. Astrobot is the only game. Everything else is trash, according to the PlayStation fan base. That is a problem. Because it's going to show in the sales. And guess what? More studios are going to get shut down. So I think Sony needs to go back to the drawing board with multiplayer games. Sony needs to go back to the drawing board with multiplayer games. They really do. Because this ain't it. This is not it. I'm telling you guys, when I saw Concord yesterday, all I could think about was Overwatch. Overwatch. And then my whole thing is, who asked for Until Dawn remaster? Who asked for that? I mean, who asked for that game? It pains my heart that there are remakes and remasters of games that we want and that we need and we're not going to get, unfortunately. What about the original Killzone? What about Resistance? What about SOCOM? Those are franchises that you need to introduce to a whole new generation. Each of these franchises should be running their course at least every generation. But I guess, yeah, Marlon, that those games are not going to sell. I see people saying those games are not. That's why they shut down Killzone. Because Shadowfall was not well received. But Shadowfall is not like the older Killzone games. So I don't understand that mindset. Oh yeah. Well, look at the sales for Killzone. That's why they're not doing another Killzone. And my whole thing is like, if other companies like Capcom can find massive success with remaking some of their mega franchises, rebooting some of their mega franchises, and it actually does very well, why can't Sony do the same? You see what I'm saying? Why can't Sony do the same? I see somebody saying too late now. It's never too late. It's never too late. They're all dead IPs. Well, I feel like, here's my opinion. I feel like if they were all dead IPs, why are people asking for them? Why are people asking for dead IPs? Why is people asking for Infamous? Why is people... No, answer me. You guys are... Some of y'all are PlayStation fans. Answer me this. Why is people asking for dead IPs like Infamous? Why is people asking for Killzone and Resistance and SOCOM? Why are people asking for those games? Why is there a dire need for those franchises? No, answer that question. Because some of y'all saying that, oh, those are dead franchises. Because as far as I'm concerned, those were great games. MotorStorm, y'all said those are dead franchises. MotorStorm, bring those games back. You have a whole new audience, a whole new generation of gamers who have never experienced those games, including me, the older heads that actually miss playing those games. And I'm not asking any of y'all. I'm willing to bet if Sony brings back Killzone, it would have sold way more. Way more.
They need to bring back Killzone. It's so obvious.
Listen, bro. I'm not asking any of y'all. If they bring back Killzone, the original Killzone, What the bro? This. I'm about to get mad. I'm literally there now. I'm about to get mad now. I'm about to go Super Saiyan now. Look at Capcom. Look at freaking Capcom. They remade Resident Evil 2, right? 10 million freaking copies. That was a dead franchise too, right? That was a dead game, right? And they brought it back. 10 million. Why can't you bring back Killzone, the original Killzone? I'm not asking any of y'all. Killzone can if they remake Killzone and redo Killzone, it can easily do 5 million copies. Easy. It can do better than Concord. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. It can easily. Man, listen, bro. Listen.
Sony not for the hardcore gamer this gen, casuals.
It's always about the casuals. Okay, I see somebody say, why can't you make a new game? Okay, all right, hold on. Listen. Oh, I think I just got mad. Hold on just a freaking second here. Hold on just a second. Why can't they make a new game? Do you realize what's going on? Do you realize that they're struggling right now with new games, new IPs? No. Let's take a look here. Look at Destruction All-Stars. Wasn't that a new IP? How was that received? Look at Returnal. Hello. Hello. A lot of you dudes didn't like Returnal. So you don't sit here and tell me about new IPs, because clearly they're struggling in that department, right? Oh, look at Concord. That's new. How well received? So the problem is, it's not so much of a new IP problem. It's an originality problem. That's the area that they're struggling in, is a new IP problem in terms of originality. You understand what I'm saying? Because I remember 3 years ago when Returnal came out, a lot of you dudes were like, I'm not paying $70 for Returnal. Oh, I remembered. I'm not paying $70 for Returnal. And man, Sony almost messed up, because they were going to charge $70 for Destruction All-Stars. They literally almost messed up. And then Jim was like, nah, we don't need to charge $70 for Destruction All-Stars, huh? We need to back up a little bit, huh? Put this in the PlayStation Plus. And that's exactly what he did. Let me tell y'all what it is, man. Sony specializes in single player games, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Sony's specialty is single player, with the exception of a few multiplayer games. Sony is not known for multiplayer. They're not. They're known for single player. That's the problem that we have right now. Sony can't seem to get a grip on multiplayer, guys. It blows my mind. You have so many talented developers in the industry right now that are either out of work, laid off, whatever the case may be, and is very talented and can help make a solid multiplayer game, right? But for some reason, these companies are overlooking that.
And it's really concerning to me because it's like, bro, if all you got is what about Marathon? What? Man. What about Marathon? From what I heard about Marathon, people were saying that actually play tested the game, that it wasn't even that great. So I don't know, man. I like I said, to me, Concord is a decent game at best. It's a decent game, and decent is just not good enough. You don't need a game to be decent. You need a game to be great in order for it to sell very well. Look at the numbers, man. Look at the numbers. Yesterday we were going over the numbers. Less people are buying games on PS5. Less people are buying games on PS5. You know the reason why. Because of the friggin' $70 games. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man. This is not good, man. This is not good, guys. This is not good. Let's I don't know, man. This is not good. You know, this is probably why Sony was hurting so much with the whole Call of Duty situation. Like, I mean, let's be 100. This is the reason why they were hurting so much, because they don't have anything. No. Somebody tell me. Somebody help. No, be honest with me in the chat. You see what I'm saying? This is why Sony was hurting so bad. This is why Sony was hurting so bad, because it's very clear that they don't have anything, bro. They don't have any solid multiplayer game. And it's like when Microsoft pulled Call of Duty from under their feet, they was like, oh my God, what are we going to... And Sony said it themselves during the trial. They said it themselves like, bro, we don't have anything. We can't make anything to go up against Call of Duty. Our studios, y'all remember, right? Our studios are not talented enough. And I said, Sony, really? Are you out of your mind, Sony? Well, y'all remember the court documents. Y'all remembered when Sony came out and said none of our studios are talented enough to make anything to go up against COD. What? So it's evident at this point. It's evident that Sony don't have a clue. They don't know. They don't know. They don't have the ingredients, or they don't know which direction to turn to make a solid, well-received multiplayer game. And it's like, bro, you should never rely on someone else's work that does not belong to you. You don't own Call of Duty. Call of Duty is not your doormat IP. It is not. You don't own COD. Make your own COD. And I've said that before, and I'll say it again. COD is obviously not like what it used to be, but it still sells millions of copies and make Activision billions of dollars every single year. Look at Vanguard. Vanguard was not the best in the world in terms of well received in terms of COD fans, but Vanguard still did pretty decent for Activision. It's still, look at MW3, all those Call of Duty, MW3, MW2, recently they just redid those games and it still did pretty well.
This is the reason why PS fans want Halo and Gears, because PS has no good multiplayer games.
Exactly. And that is a problem. That is a freaking problem. And that is a freaking problem. That's what I'm saying. It's either Sony is just going to just quit making multiplayer games and just stick to what they do best, single player, and just call it a day, or just not at all. I just don't know. I just don't think Sony really got what it takes to give us something to follow up from Helldivers 2. I think Sony didn't even think that Helldivers 2 was going to be a success. It's very evident. It's very evident that Sony didn't expect Helldivers 2 to hit like that. I'm being honest. And you guys know I'm telling the truth. Sony was not expecting Helldivers 2 to hit like that. Right? Because it's very evident. Look at the servers. You see what I mean? Look at the server situation. So how can you replicate? And let me ask you guys this. How can Sony replicate Helldivers 2? How can Sony replicate Helldivers 2? What is it going to take for them to come up with something else that is well received like Helldivers 2? I just, man, I don't know, guys. And don't get me wrong. It is not easy to come up with something good. It is not easy. That's why I said COD is king, bro. COD is king. You see how hard it is? Now, I don't care what none of y'all say. And you can say whatever you want. Your opinion is your own. My opinion is mine. COD is still king. There is nothing else that can come close to COD in terms of the money, in terms of the reception. There is nothing else. And you guys know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. COD is king, regardless of what. That's why you think Sony was so mad. Why do you think Sony was doing everything in their power to stop the deal from going through? You know I'm telling the truth. Some of y'all don't want to accept it. But COD is king. In terms of reception, in terms of moneymaker, COD is king. That's why Sony said what they said. Like, bro, it is hard to replicate something as good as Call of Duty. It will take them years, over 10 years at this point, to come up with something as good as Call of Duty. So what do you do? What do you do? I feel like Sony is talented enough. I feel like Sony have the money to hire the right. Let me give you my opinion. Sony, if you're watching this, let me give you my opinion on this one. I think you need to separate the studios. Right? You need to separate the studios. Yes, Factions was decent, right? And I felt like if they would have came out, man, I'm so mad. I'm mad, bro. I'm mad right now. I'm mad. What the entire heaven is Sony doing? Sony, what are you doing? Listen, I'm so mad right now. Because Factions 2 would have been amazing. Factions 2 would have, oh my God. Sony, what are you freaking doing? You canceled Factions 2 because it wasn't live service. And what the F are you doing, Sony? You canceled Factions 2. Factions 2 would have been so well received, so well accepted, and could have easily, I would have happily paid $70 for Factions 2. And just like the rest of y'all up in here, you would have happily spent $70 on Factions 2. Instead of Concord, I would take Factions 2 over Concord any day of the week, right? But unfortunately, because of greed, because of money, we're not getting Factions 2. I think, honestly, listen to me. I think Sony has the potential. I think Sony has the potential to make a solid multiplayer game or to make some really good multiplayer games. But I think Sony needs to go back to the drawing board with multiplayer in mind. I think Sony needs to do more community-driven polls, more community-driven surveys, and figure out what is it that can work and hire the right, have separate teams, separate studios that is specifically just for multiplayer. Strictly multiplayer, no single player. Single player studios work on single player games. Multiplayer studios work on just multiplayer, nothing else. And put out betas as much as you possibly can and kind of gauge and see how things are going to be well received. And then take it from there. Listen, people know that Sony is going to deliver the goods when it comes to the PS5 showcase, when it comes to the existing franchises. We know Wolverine is going to hit. We know Venom is going to hit. All the single player stuff is what Sony is good for and what they're known for. We don't need rocket scientists to tell us that. We know that the hype level is going to be real come September. Once Sony shows off the bigger stuff, the bigger single player stuff, oh yeah, everybody is good. Everybody is on the Sony train again. But as soon as Sony goes into...
Sony has IPs SOCOM and Killzone that could be COD or Apex killers if done properly at Marlon Gaming Nation.
Listen, man. Listen. 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 You know, this is going to hurt Sony. The multiplayer stuff is going to hurt Sony. I feel like if Sony don't buckle down and double down, it's going to hurt them because they're going to keep wasting money. I feel like instead of developing Concord, they could have put that money into Killzone, or they could come up with something way better than that, or come up with another idea, or invest it somewhere else. I just felt like Concord was a waste of money because it's not well received right now. It is not. And and people, you see what I'm saying? I can't stop people from saying it in the chat. People are saying resistance. And people Sony is fine. The numbers tell you that. Okay. That's not Oh God. That's not what we're talking about, man. You see what I'm saying? This is where some people get on the defense and say Sony is fine. I can't, man. I simply cannot. I can't. This is why I can't. Because as soon as you start getting on Sony case for something that you want them to do better, it's Sony is fine. We're not talking about numbers and, oh, Sony did. We already know PS5s are selling. We already know Sony is happy with the way how the PS5 is received right now. That's not the problem. I am talking about the multiplayer side of things. That is a problem. Look at the numbers. Look at the amount of dislikes. Look at what people are saying online. Man, that's what pisses me off so much is that people quick on the defense. Oh, Sony is fine. We're not talking about numbers and how much PS5s are selling. We are talking about the multiplayer segment that is suffering right now. That's what we're talking about. Sony is fine. We already understand that in terms of PS5. PS5s are selling. Sony said they're happy with the way how the PS5s are performing. The PS5 is the most successful console. We already know all this already. We're talking about multiplayer. That's why people are upset right now. This is a significant problem. And if Sony continues down this path, it is not going to be good. Considering that they say that they have to reevaluate some things and they have to step back on, spending so much money on this and spending so much money on that. This is a problem. You see what Microsoft did? Microsoft went on ahead and bought themselves Call of Duty. And granted, in Microsoft defense, Microsoft didn't have issues making a good multiplayer because Gears, great franchise.
until it start falling downhill. After the third one, I just felt like gears just start going downhill. My opinion. Halo, Microsoft don't have the same problem. You see what I'm saying? Because at least they still got Halo to this day. They're still making Halo. Look at Sony. Yeah, we're going to stop making Killzone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen, man. This is bad, bro. Let's take a look at this Concord trailer, bro. I just don't know, man. This is bad, man. This is really, really bad. This is really bad. Let me look at the comments right now. How generic you want your game? Yes. The first freaking comment. How generic you want your game? Yes. Not good, Sony. Not good. Even the voice actors don't sound enthusiastic about this game. Oh, God, Sony. Look at the comments for Concord right now. This is not good. Studio shut down. Speed run. Any. This is not good. Look at the comments right now. Y'all think this is a joke. Look at this. You see the comments? Look at the comments. Studio shut down. Speed run. Any. Look at this. How generic you want your game? Yes. Look at all this. Game has aged like milk. Oh my God. Nothing freaking good. CGI trailer came across. Nothing freaking good. Nothing good. The state of gaming. Look at this. The state of gaming. Nothing freaking good. Oh my God. Have mercy, God. Help us. Help us, God. Help us.
Free gunning. It's hard work.
Oh, Lord.
But it's our work. And we don't take it for granted.
You know, it does remind me of No Man's Sky.
Well, you're free.
Oh my God.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves.
Oh my God, bro.
All right.
Need a second to fix myself up.
Why not?
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
Target blinded.
Finally, to battle. Endless rage!
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show them the big guns. That's me.
This crew will go anywhere. Take any job. Face any enemy. We're the free gunner crew of the North Star. And together, we're going to make our mark on this galaxy.
The crew is gathering. Would you like to join us for game night?
Okay, so guys, the only saving grace to this game is the gunplay. The gunplay does look good. To me, the gunplay does look decent. The only thing that I think is going to help this game is with them putting it on PC. You know what I mean? Because people who do enjoy Overwatch will be all over this. Now, in terms of spending $70, I don't know. I don't know. It's like say the more you watch it, it's like Overwatch. That's what I'm saying. It looks like Overwatch. Like that's the only game. Overwatch, it looks like in the beginning with the ship, it reminds me of Starfield and No Man's Sky. So I was getting No Man's Sky, Starfield, and Overwatch. Literally, those 3 games. And Destiny, and a little bit of Destiny up in there. You can see some Destiny up in there. Right? And it's like, how generic can you be? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I felt like Firewalk, it's just like, they're just like, we don't even know how to come up with something original, so this is what we're going to come up with. I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. But we're going to move on, man. This sucks, dude. This sucks. I mean, you know, Sony, they have work to do. They have some work to do. I hope they figure it out, man, because it's not looking too good right now in the multiplayer segment. You have to find a way to capture the majority of people who are speaking right now and letting you know that this is not okay. This game is not okay. We need something better than this. We have already played this. We have already experienced this already. And this game has so much going against it. That's the problem. And all the things that are going against it is games that we have already played before. You see what I'm saying? That's what saved Helldivers. It's like there is nothing like Helldivers. You see what I'm saying? So that's why Helldivers were so well received. But this is more of the same. This is more of what we have already played, and other people who love multiplayer games or love hero shooters complain about. And all you're doing is replicating things that people already experienced and played before. Whatever, let's move on to the next topic. I can't, man. Yeah, this state of play was not the best at all. In my closing and moving on to the next topic, Sony, you got to do better. There's no cutting corners. There's no exceptions. You got to do better than this, Sony. You got to. You know what pisses me off? And let me say this. Let me get this off of my chest right now. If you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. What pisses me off is that Sony had a bad 2023 in terms of games, right? Spider-Man 2, yes, it did over 11 million copies, but a lot of people, for some reason, didn't like Spider-Man 2 because they said it was mid, and they talked about the story being woke and this and that. Apparently, people weren't really happy with Spider-Man 2, right? Final Fantasy 16, you know, people had their issues with that game. You come into 2024 now, and you don't have any big franchises in 2024. The only game that's going to be carrying Sony this year is Astro Bot. It seemed like Astro Bot is probably the only game that's going to, again, we're down to one game that everybody seems to be happy about. Is Astro Bot. So basically, they only have one game that everybody is happy about. That is a problem. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Andre says, thank you for the $5, man. Says Concord looks like it runs like butter and it's easy on the eyes. I feel like it's not for me. See what I'm saying? This is not what I was expecting. Another hero shooter. Exactly. Woosa. You see what I'm saying, guys? I thought Spider-Man 2 was amazing. In my review, I thought Spider-Man 2 was amazing. A lot of people came after me saying, amazing. Spider-Man 2 was not good. Spider-Man 2 was mid, bro. You know, I'm like, mid? What are you talking about? I said, I love Spider-Man 2. Even though they had one major first-party game, to me, it was good. Going into this year, and a lot of you dudes are saying Concord is not good, that's a problem.
Concord looks like it runs like butter and it's easy on the eyes. I feel like it's not for me. This is not what I was expecting. Another hero shooter.
And I know some of you, I see Jay, what's his name? JQ or whatever. He's saying, you know, people are just complaining. Hey man, you know what? I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. People are just not satisfied. You know, people are speaking up about how they feel. I enjoyed Spider-Man 2. I love Spider-Man 2. But for the vast majority of people that I've seen saying, oh, it's mid, and oh, it's the story was woke, and Mary Jane this and Mary Jane that, and the story was mid, and I couldn't get into it. Look at what people were saying last year. I don't even know if you were paying attention. You see what I'm saying? And then moving into this year, okay, Stellar Blade, okay, great game. I love Stellar Blade, right? I love Stellar Blade. Okay, great game. Not a first-party studio game, though. But okay, great game, right? And then now people, for some reason, don't like Concord, right? And like I said, Concord looks like a decent game at best. And decent is not going to sell 10, 15 million copies. You need a game to be phenomenal and great, like Helldivers 2 in the multiplayer segment. So I just don't know. Astrobot looks amazing. I know some of y'all say that you want me to play the Astrobot game. I mean, play this trailer. We'll play the trailer in a little bit, but I don't know. Let's move on to the next topic here. Hit the like button for me and share the stream out. I don't know. For me, man, like I said before, I'll give it a shot. I'll give Concord a shot and see how I like it. You know, obviously they will have a beta for the game. I'll give it a shot and see how I like it. You see what I'm saying? But I just don't know. I feel like going into Concord, it's just going to feel so much like Overwatch. And it's going to feel stale. I think that's the problem for me, is that Concord is going to feel very stale for me going into it. Yeah, these are different characters and different heroes, but it's like, bro, I've already played this already. This is nothing new. And then you're going to turn around and spend $70 for something that you have already played before. You see what I'm saying? That is a problem. Whatever. Let's go ahead and let's move on to the next topic. PlayStation Studios. Let's talk about this because I think that, you know, this is sad, man. Sony, you got to communicate with your audience. You got to do a better job with communicating with your audience. You have to. This is why I say it's very important to listen to your audience. It's very, very important. Yeah, it sold 11 million and it's still going to be selling regardless of people didn't like the story and people didn't this and people didn't that. You know, Midman 2. I don't even know if you guys realize what. And who knows? Maybe it was the Xbox fan base that was saying that. I don't know. But I don't know if you guys remember last year, a lot of, Midman 2, Bugman 2. It was so buggy and glitchy, blah, blah, blah. People were just complaining left and right about how buggy the game was. You guys remember it. I don't have to rehash it. You guys remembered. Okay, let's talk about this. So this is coming from PlayStationLifestyle.net. PlayStation Studios will showcase more games at Summer Game Fest 2024. Report. Rumor has it that PlayStation Studios plan to showcase more games during Summer Game Fest 2024 in June. If you are one of those who were left underwhelmed by yesterday's state of play, then don't lose hope just yet, as there might be more coming from Sony's first-party developers. So there you go. There you guys go. It seems as though that Summer Game Fest is going to have
more PlayStation first-party studio games. Now, we don't know what those games are. We don't know if those games are going to be in 2024 or 2025 at this point, because they've already been showing stuff for 2025 or whatever the case may be. And so it says right here that what PlayStation Studios could potentially bring to Summer Game Fest 2024. The aforementioned report comes from a known and reliable insider, Midori, who goes as MBKSSTBHZ5 on X, although mostly focused on Sega and Atlas leaks, which, you know, have been accurate thus far, appears to have knowledge of what's coming to Summer Game Fest. So let's see here. So basically, they said, please look forward to more information on Metaphor and ReFantasio and Shadow X Generations.
Samson $5. Can we give COD the same energy, too? Another hero shooter. Okay. How about another COD again? I'm tired of COD.
You know what's funny about COD? People still buy it, man. That's why. I know. COD is the same thing over and over again, but guess what? It prints money. That's the thing. Concord might not print the money that Sony is going to expect it to print. COD is COD. COD and Concord is two different things. You see what I'm saying? So COD has been around for 20 years at this point, right? And it's the same thing over and over again, but people still buy it. People still buy it. So COD is a money maker, regardless of what any of y'all say. Concord is a whole different ball game, because Concord is a new IP from a smaller studio, right? And people are tired of hero shooters, right? Not everybody likes hero shooters. Let me say that. Let me clarify that. Not everybody likes hero shooters. And being that everybody don't like hero shooters, it was already going down a bad path, a very dark, bad path of not selling too well because it's a hero shooter. Period. So there you go on that one. That's why you look at COD, you know, COD does very well on the competitive side, and COD is also well received by a lot of casuals and also, you know, a lot of hardcore fans that love the franchise. Regardless if COD is good or bad, people still buy it anyway. You see what I'm saying? So it's like COD is in a whole league of its own. Concord, it's suffering because it's in a genre where it's not well received by the mass. Not everybody loves hero shooters. Not everybody loves Overwatch. That's a problem. Anyways, let's move on. So the same leaker says, and more titles from some SIE studios too. So this guy who is, or he or she who is correct about Atlas and Sega leaks is now coming out and saying, hey, listen, Sony is going to have more titles coming at Summer Game Fest. So there you go, man. I mean, there you go. But yeah, nobody likes hero shooters like that, bro. Majority of people that I've seen online scouring the internet and taking a look at people talking about the hero shooters and stuff of the past, they're just like, oh, I don't like hero shooters. I'm not a fan of hero shooters. And that's a niche genre. It's a niche genre. And the reason why it's a niche genre is because it's not well received. It's not a everybody type of thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's a problem.
Astrobot is the only game I am looking forward to. It looks like now all eyes are on June 9th now. Hopefully Xbox will not disappoint.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
We need a new update of PS5 Pro Plus, GTA 6 and Wolverine game.
Thank y'all for the donations. I appreciate y'all.
At least COD is consistent. You already know what to expect. It's just a solid shooter game with simple mechanics, and
Yep.
it's a household name.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. That's all COD is. It's a household name. It's a household name.
I think Astrobot wins Gotti. Game looks amazing.
Yeah. Hands down. Whether you want to call Astrobot, a kiddie game or whatever. Listen, man. Astrobot carried that state of play. It literally did. When I saw Astrobot, I was like, oh my God. I was literally losing it. I was like, wow, wow, wow. I was like, wow, wow, wow. I was in awe when I saw Astrobot, because I was like, man, it's almost as if like Nintendo was involved with the development of Astrobot 2. Like, no joke. I was like, wow, because it felt so Mario-like to me. You know what I mean? Like, and it just goes to show you that platform gaming is still alive and kicking very well. People love those platform type of games. I mean, Sony shipped it with every single PS5 4 years ago. Astro Playroom was well received, not only because it was shipped with every single PS5, but how the quality of the game, how it looked, how it played, and everything. You see what I'm saying? And so it's just, I don't know. He said, this console generation sucks. Everybody's been saying that, man. Everybody's been saying that this generation completely sucks. Let's move on to something else that I hope is not true. And then we're gonna take a look at the Astrobot game. So let's move along here, guys. Let's move along. Oh, Lord Jesus, help us. PlayStation fans are just not happy right now, man. Sony, I hope you're watching this. I hope you're paying attention to social media, because you need to. You need to see what people are saying that they don't like. Yeah, it does look good. Astrobot, whether it's your type of game or not, it's well received by PlayStation fans right now. If you look all over social media, people are saying that Astrobot 2 carried the state of play. You see what I'm saying? And you have to look at what people are saying, because if people are happy, they're going to buy it. If people are not happy, then they're not going to buy it. Period. Now, listen to this. I hope this is not true. This is coming from PlayStationLifestyle.net. Metal Gear Solid Delta release date window possibly delayed. Oh, Lord. Please don't be true. You know what? If it is delayed, man, that's fine. Because I don't want this to be... I'm actually worried about Konami messing this up. And they know they can't change nothing about this game from Kojima. Do not mess up Kojima's game. Because, listen, man, I was hoping to see Metal Gear Solid Delta yesterday, and we didn't see it. So I'm really hoping that this ain't the case, but if it's delayed, it's for a good cause. It's disappointing, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the delay. He said, bro, Sony and Microsoft are not the only gaming company. Nintendo has a direct coming in June. Yeah, they do. They do. For the rest of this year, they do. It says right here, rumor has it that the release date window... Hold on. Jesus. Hold on.
Astrobot looking better than Hellblade 2 Tears of Joy.
Oh, Lord Jesus. 2 different type of games. Oh, Lord, here y'all go. Oh, Lord, here y'all go. Anyways, let me get into this article. Thank you so much for the donation. Rumor has it that the release window for Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake Delta Snake Eater has been delayed. The game was announced at May's 2023's PlayStation Showcase, with Sony later listing it among games scheduled for 2024. However, that may no longer be the case, as a known leaker claims that Delta Snake Eater seems to have been pushed into 2025. That's fine. You know what? That's okay, because ain't nothing good coming out of 2024 so far, it seemed like. besides Astro Bot, Stellar Blade, and a few other titles. Metal Gear Solid Delta release date window delay will reportedly be confirmed soon. So I hope you guys are not going to be mad if this ends up being true. The aforementioned report comes from trusty Deal Labs. I believe it now because Bill Kuhn seem like he's right, or he or she is right on the money. Although they caution that they are still trying to get a second source to confirm this. So we'll see. Pause on that. We'll see. That said, Bill Kuhn's report have yet to be wrong. That's what I said. So we'll be surprised if Metal Gear Solid Delta ends up releasing in 2024. So Bill Kuhn seems confident that Konami will announce a release date or a release window by early June, which is when Summer Game Fest 2024 kicks off. According to them, Konami will open up pre-orders right after showing Metal Gear Solid Delta. The standard edition will cost $70. Let that sink in now, okay? And there will be a collector's edition priced at $200. Man, these games are not cheap, man. This is why I say we have to speak up. We have to speak up when it comes to these games, because games are getting more and more and more expensive. Okay? So we will see. And Bill Kuhn was not able to confirm the contents of the collector's edition. So we're going to, $200 for the collector's edition. $200. Yeah. Games ain't cheap, man. I'm sorry. This is why you guys have to speak up. This is why you guys have to speak up, man. When stuff ain't looking right, bro, speak up. Because what affects one affects all when it comes to these games. And I really hope that Konami does not mess up Metal Gear Solid Delta. I hope for their sake they don't mess it up. Because Konami, man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. He said, Marlon, why does Until Dawn look the same? It's a remaster, man. That's why I said, like, nobody asked for Until Dawn. Nobody asked for Until Dawn. You know what I mean? If anything, people will want a sequel. If anything, people will want a sequel. Nobody asked for Until Dawn to be remastered. You see what I'm saying? But we're getting it. We're getting it. And people are going to buy it. You know, because it's Until Dawn, and people who never played it before are gonna buy it. So, I thought it was a remaster. It definitely. I don't remember it being a remake. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I don't know. It looks the same to me. It looks the same to me. But like I said, the majority of the fans didn't ask for. The majority of the fans didn't ask for Until Dawn remake or remaster, whatever. So, hey, man, some people are going to buy it. So there you go. All right. So let me go ahead here, guys. And let's take a look at Astro Bot, because it seemed like you guys are on fire when it comes to Astro Bot right now. And like I said, man, people are just, 435,000 views on this right now. And let me pull this up. What's good, Matthew? All right. Team Asobi. What's up, Jay? Captured on PS5. State of Play is getting a lot of hate. Yeah? Man, this looks good, bro. This looks so good, man. Wow.
What did you say your name was?
What's up, Nighthawk? Wow. is crazy, man. Wow. Wow. This looks crazy, bro. Wow. Game is so polished. Like, I mean, it is so polished. Game is so polished. So polished. I mean, it man, that's how you make a game. So it's so polished. So polished. All right. We're in the Q&A right now, man. Jeffrey, thank you for the $5. We're in question and answer time. So if you have any questions, any concerns, feel free. Yeah, man. Astrobot definitely looks good. For sure. Oh, that ballad game. Yes. Yeah, that looks really good. But most people are talking about Astrobot at this point. You know what I'm saying? Most people are talking about Astrobot at this point. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sony, once again, they have let down their fans with another event, right? And hopefully they can make up for it this year with a PS5 showcase. This is not good. Not good. Not good. All you see everybody is talking about is Astrobot, 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 Astrobot. Not good. Not good. Jeffrey with the 5 says yesterday's state of play was whack. It was showing games for the remaining of this year. Pretty sure Summer Game Fest, they will tease what's coming next year. Yeah, probably. Probably. I saw a mixture of Zelda and Mario, and man, there are so many references to Zelda and Mario in that Astrobot trailer. It's freakingly, that's not even a word. It's freaking insane. I mean, I don't know, man, but that state of play, like that's I'm down to a 7.5 right now on that state of play. Like, I'm down to a 7.5. You know? Yeah, man, that state of play yesterday.
Yesterday's state of play was whack. It was showing games for the remaining of this year. Pretty sure Summerfest, they will tease what's coming next year.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm down to a 7.5 right now. I'm down to a 7.5. I felt like Astrobot was solid. Very, very solid. And should just be in its own league, right? And what else? The Ballad of the Ballad of Antara. That game looks really good. The Ballad of Antara. Don't know if you guys remember seeing that game, but that game looked really good. And those two games and what else? What else was shown? Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2, I'm looking forward to that for sure. I want to play it. It just looks a little rough in terms of the frame rate. And the animations still look a little rough to me, but I love Silent Hill, so I don't know. What else? And then Ragnarok for PC. You know? And then the way how they actually, the new format, I do like the new format as well. I do like the new format. And then the stuff for like PSVR 2. Oh yeah, that's right. Monster Hunter. That was really good. The Monster Hunter game was really good. And Where the Wind Meets or something like that, that looked interesting as well. It said, bro, Silent Hill 2 remake for me was the only reason I watched the state of play. Wow, that is sad. That is sad. That is really, really sad. That is really, really sad. He said, nah, that state of play was a 4 out of 10. The only games were Monster Hunter and Dynasty Warriors. What? So you didn't like Astrobot? You didn't like let me show y'all the ballad game, because y'all must not remember that ballad game. Ballad of I don't remember that ballad game at all. Yeah. That ballad game looked really good. Let me see. Where is it at? Yeah, ballad game. Yeah. This game looked really good. But hey, you know what? I guess it's not for everybody, so yeah.
Stars. Shoots.
Man, this looks sick.
I have seen the miracles you
Bro, this ballad game, sick.
Until the towering shadows vanished into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such powers?
Time. War.
Ballad of Antara looks crazy.
These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands.
Oh my god. This looks crazy, bro.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above.
This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Man, this game looks sick. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro.
Remember,
this looks sick.
No matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
$20.25.
Stick to your 8.5, you said.
Wait, what is this? Where the Wind Meets. This was good too. Way better than Hellblade 2. Oh, Lord. Wow. I'm telling you, this looks fire, man. This looks fire. Wow. In development for PS5. No release date. Yeah, we're going to have to wait on that one. Yeah, like I said, man, after rewatching Concord last night, looking back at Concord last night, I was like, yeah, so much like Overwatch. I've already played this. I've already experienced this before. And, oh, man.
Even further beyond.
Thank you so much, Nighthawk.
Samson $5. Ain't buying the next COD. Ain't buying the next GTA. Both overrated AF. 2.5 are we the 2,865 time J down doggone dang it think so pop bull fetus wow he me no la 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 lay why show fire hello me cat.
It's over 9,000.
Crazy self. Yeah, I mean, most people are gonna buy it.
You don't look at yourself?
Huh?
You don't look at yourself?
No, not really. Nah, for what? Oh, yeah, brother. We've been in the Q&A, brother.
Hey guys.
Chaw. You got everything? Got all my stuff ready? Dry all my stuff? Line up the stuff. Come on, let me try to
There's
get
a
finish
SOCOM
up.
community which is alive and well on PC who have kept that game alive. Still being played to this day. What does that tell you? Don't want to hear excuses.
Hey, that was actually funny though. Hey, Mark, that was actually funny. He said, "Keep up the good work, Marlon. I'm glad I'm a member of the channel." Hey, thank you. Mark is funny, man. Mark says there's a SOCOM community which is still alive and well on PC, who have kept that game alive, still being played to this day. What does that tell you? I don't want to hear the excuses. Yo, Mark, thank you so much. Hey, man, you know, it's crazy, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say, man. It's like the more and more I talk about SOCOM and Killzone and all these franchises, man, it just goes under the bridge. It's like water under the bridge at this point. And like I said, you know, after re-watching the Concord trailer last night, I was like, yeah, I had to take a point off because it's so much like Overwatch. So much like Overwatch. And I'm like, man, I don't want another Overwatch game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want another Overwatch game. And it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But hey, to each their own, you know? What else can I say? He says the thing, deep dive into the college football game. It looks beautiful. You should check it out. Yeah, I've already seen that trailer. So, you know, I just need to see gameplay at this point. He said, "Hey Marlon, I just finished Ghost of Tsushima." Yeah, man, listen, bro. Sony got to come with it this year, man. Because honestly, bro, if all they got is just that state of play, they got to come better than that this year. Because, yeah, a 7.5 is my score. I'm standing firm on that new score. And the only reason why I gave it a 7.5, which I've already said the reason why, you know, Silent Hill 2, like I said before, you know, that looks, you know, like something I could play. I just wanted to see if they're going to update the game or not. Everything else, man, First Lady, just leave the doggone door open, bruh. Everything else is like, I don't know, you know? Yeah, Silent Hill 2, what else? Silent Hill 2, the ballad game, Astrobot, and God of War. That's it. Yeah, I have to get going soon, so I don't have time to look at that today. I'll look at it another time. But yeah, man, they gotta do better than that, man. Sony gotta, man, I'm not gonna lie, that Concord, bro, I don't know. I just don't know, man. It's like
nothing new at all. Nothing new. You know what I mean? We have already played this already. You know what I mean? Nothing new. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I don't know, guys. Any more questions? Any more concerns? It says same content in these games, Marlon. Exactly. There you go. You're the one that said what you said yesterday. You know what I mean? The same stuff. No creativity. The same stuff. Over and over again. You know? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I thought Concord, nope. It's a live service game. Hi, mamas. You coming? Come. Come.
Nope.
You coming? Hi. Come here. Come to Dada. Come.
Nope.
You coming?
Nope.
You coming? Come.
Nope.
No. No.
Say
Why are you
hi
crying?
to everybody.
Don't cry. Say hi. Say hi real quick. Say hi. Yeah. Hey, Remy, how you feel about the state of play yesterday? All right.
Okay, good.
All right. Out of mommy.
You're fine. We tried.
Yeah. Yeah, she did not like that state of play at all. She... Oh God, she did not like ask her opinion on that state of play. She's like, nope, I did not like that state of play yesterday, boy. Oh man, bro. Oh man, she was not having that today at all. She's like, nah, I don't like that state of play, Dad. He says you have a good let me see. I can't see your chat, DJ. He said to understand how much of an impact no VR support for Astro. Man, I don't know, man. Even on the VR side of things, I mean, people are just not happy. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, he said, there we go. Dan. Oh, I was about to read it. It says she mad at you because you are her pony. He said, hey, just kidding. She's beautiful. Man. I don't know,
Free
guys.
First Lady, free the real tears of joy.
She didn't like Concord. Oh man. She just not having it. She not having it today, guys. Sorry, she's not having it today. She is not having it today at all. She's like, I didn't like that state of play, Dad. He says, you have a good day, bro. He says, I'm about to get to cooking some chicken wings. Hey, let's go, man. Let's go. Thank you, Louise. I appreciate that, my guy. But yeah, guys, I don't know. In my closing, man, Sony got to bring their A game with that PS5 showcase, man. And, you know, it seems like the single player stuff will continue to carry Sony, man. In the multiplayer side of things, I don't know. They have a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? They have a lot of work to do in the multiplayer side because, I don't know, man. Sony just got to hire the right guys
and have the right team to work on a solid multiplayer game, because right now it's not looking too good. Concord looks more of the same, and that is not good. People was looking and hoping for something fresh and different and creative, and that's just not it. And the state of play didn't hit for a lot of people because a lot of the trailers that was shown there were third-party trailers, right? Obviously, even though PlayStation Studios logos was popping up on a lot of them, but some of them we don't have release date for, and then some of them were 2025 and not for 2024. And there were like a mixture of, PC and PS5 releases. So I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. It says some of the games that Sony showed was multi-plat, but like Concord, I'm willing to try. Yeah, I will give Concord a try at least. I'll definitely give it a try. But do I think that it's going to be well received? Like it's going to be like breaking all type of records and stuff? We'll see, man. I don't know. I don't think so. But hey, I hope it proves me wrong in terms of the sales. Unless Sony knows something that we don't know. But hero shooters and things of that nature is very niche. You know what I mean? Not everybody loves, hero shooters and things of that nature. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. I really don't know. How to send your ideas to Sony? Man, it's hard to send ideas to Sony because they don't do a lot of surveys like that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. And then most of the times they're so out of touch with social media. You know what I mean? Like they're not active on social media like that. You know what I mean? Like how Microsoft is and what have you, So it's just, I don't know, man. They're lacking creativity right now. They're lacking the ingredients right now to make a solid multiplayer game similar to Helldivers 2. So I don't know. I just don't see Concord putting up 12 million copies. You see what I'm saying? I just don't see it. But who knows? Who knows? We will see. We will see. We will see. They just don't care. I don't know, man. I don't know. They need to pay attention, Cam. They need to pay attention. They need to pay attention because if they think that Concord is going to do 12 million copies, they can think again. You know what I mean? I don't know. Unless something miraculously happened, I have no idea. But they just have to pay attention, bro. They have to pay attention to their fans more and communicate more. But on that note, guys, I love y'all. Please hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Thank you guys so much for helping us end off the month of February. I'm going way back. Thank you guys for helping us end off the month of May strong. You guys have been extraordinary for this month. I appreciate you guys. With your contribution, we can help continue to grow our community. Hey, turn that down, baby. Turn that down. Help grow our community even further. And, thank you guys so much for that, man. I really do appreciate you guys. And make sure you guys hit the like button for me. It's very critical for helping out the show. And I hope that this stream somehow got Sony's attention, that this is just not it and they have to do better, because this is definitely not the best showcase. I mean, the best state of play that they have ever done. This was literally on the mediocre, decent side of state of play from them. I mean, the one in January was better for sure. But yeah, guys, hug somebody, tell them you love them, and just hope for the best. June is tomorrow. And we have Summer Game Fest, and I hope Microsoft crushes it, man, and teach Sony a lesson, because they feel like they don't have no competition right now. And let's hope that Microsoft can really replicate what they did last year with their Xbox showcase and give us something really, really solid. And Summer Game Fest can be really, really solid as well. So on that note, guys, I do have to get going. I'll have timestamps for you guys. I'll work on the timestamps right now before I go. And I'll see you guys back here
maybe if anything breaking happened over the weekend, I might make a video or something. But if not, we'll see you guys back here on Monday, because next week I believe is Summer Game Fest, and then Sunday will be Microsoft's Xbox Showcase. So I love y'all. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Drive home safe. Hug somebody if you love them. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. We out, man. Love you guys. Keep your heads up, guys. Keep your heads up. Trust me, it will get better. Peace.